This is Informer News, your voice of the people. Timeline is Sunday, the 22nd of June, 2014. Welcome along, my friends, to another edition of Informer News. Coming up in this week's broadcast, has Armageddon been triggered at the FUKUSHIMA nuclear plant? Plus, dreaming of Nibiru, the terrible dreams many people are experiencing of the return of this harbinger of doom. Also, was Russian Proton M rocket destroyed by a UFO? And was the UFO that crashed into China linked to the destruction of this rocket? Plus, unprecedented solar flare filmed by NASA and the massive kill-off of fish and animal species around this planet. Okay, into this week's news. Many of you are still in denial that Planet X Nibiru is about to cause mass destruction on our planet, with governments around the world creating diversionary tactics, such as the many countries that are in turmoil due to the United States causing instability in these countries. Example, Ukraine, Syria, Libya, Iraq. This is just a build-up to more warlike situations in other countries as the powers that be try to keep your minds off the real horrific event approaching our planet, the return of the harbinger of doom, Nibiru. What other evil plans have these evil controllers got in store for us all? Most likely a false flag alien attack using their reverse engineered flying saucer crafts to attack cities around the planet, while all the time our leaders, royal families and power players around the globe are preparing their own survival. Unless the people of this planet wake up, we will all be doomed to the dustbin of history, like many other past civilizations that were erased from Earth, as Nibiru caused past mass extinctions to occur on our planet. This first report originates from FUKUSHIMADiary.com, titled Mushroom Cloud, Western Offshore of Japan, and this was posted by Mochizuki on May the 24th, 2014. In the morning of the 21st of the 5th, 2014, explosive sound and a mushroom cloud were observed in Japanese Western Offshore. The location was the north of FUKUSHIMA Island. The residents felt the ground shaking with an explosive sound to find the mushroom cloud offshore. There is Torishima Range of United States Air Force in 28 kilometers north of FUKUSHIMA. The U.S. Armed Forces states they held an Air Force training from 10 to 11 of the 21st of the 5th, 2014, but none of the details were announced. This next report originates from ajw.asahi.com, titled Hopelessness Reigned After TEPCO Said Fukushima Crisis Out of Control. And this was posted on June the 2nd, 2014 by Hideaki Kimura, staff writer. One of the darkest hours in the Fukushima nuclear disaster came very early on when plant operator Tokyo Electric Power Co. said the situation was out of control. After hearing this, nuclear experts and government officials gathered at the Prime Minister's office in Tokyo got ready to throw in the towel, even though the plant manager was on site and standing firm. In an interview with Asahi Shimbun, Hoshio Hosono, a special advisor to Nato Kan, the Prime Minister at that time conveyed the utter panic and hopelessness that gripped people in the room. TEPCO executives said the nuclear reactors are now out of control as signs emerge of major damage to the number 2 reactor's containment vessel. From that point, it seemed the only recourse would be to evacuate all plant workers as quickly as possible as a meltdown at the Fukushima No. 1 plant became inevitable. Hoshiono's account offers the most complete picture to date of the helplessness that reigned as the enormity of the disaster became apparent early on March the 15th, 2011, 4 days after the earthquake and tsunami that triggered the crisis. To view the full transcript, go to my website, endtimes23.com, where I've posted the link. there's a live link to my website near the end of this video. It is my belief that the nuclear plants at Fukushima are still out of control and have been for over 3 years now, which has seen massive amounts of radioactive material ejected into the Pacific Ocean and the atmosphere. This event has become one of the most dangerous and a major threat to life on our planet. We are now seeing a massive kill-off of marine and animal species around our planet, as well as radioactive fallout contaminating the land and the food we eat, as well as the water we drink. How long will it be before humans start becoming sick from radiation sickness that will lead to deaths on a massive scale, as is happening to the marine and animal life forms around our planet? This following report originates from grindtv.com, titled Unprecedented Solar Eruption Filmed by NASA Solar Observatory. It views coronal mass ejection measuring 5 Earths wide, 7.5 Earths tall, and traveling 1.5 million miles per hour. And this was posted on June the 3rd, 2014 by David Strage, Goddard Space Flight Center. A gigantic solar eruption, the likes of which has never been seen before, was captured in video from NASA's Interface Region Imaging Stereograph, otherwise known as IRIS, a solar observatory that travels around Earth in a polar orbit. The coronal mass ejection CME measured approximately 5 Earths wide and about 7.5 Earths tall, sending a stream of charged particles and hot plasma away from the sun at up to 1.5 million miles per hour. This next report originates from exopolitics.org, titled Did UFO Destroy Russian Proton M Rocket? Written by Dr. Michael Salla on May the 15th, 2014, posted in Exopolitics Activism. A Russian Proton M rocket has crashed approximately 9 minutes after launch from Baikonur, Kazakhstan on Friday, May the 16th local time. The rocket was carrying Russia's most sophisticated communication satellite, the Express AM4R, which was designed to provide internet access to remote Russian territories. According to the Russian space agency Roscosmos, there was a problem with the third stage of the engine that may have caused the crash. Video analysis of the Proton M rocket showed another possible reason. 40 seconds before the third stage was scheduled to deploy the satellite, a UFO is seen intercepting the rocket and then leaves just as the third stage of the rocket begins to malfunction. The video is evidence that a UFO caused the destruction of the Russian rocket. To view the full transcript, go to the link on my website endtimes23.com, where I posted a live link near the end of this video. Could this next report on a UFO crash in China be linked to the Russian rocket's destruction? You decide. This report originates from openminds.tv, titled UFO Crash Lands in China, and this was posted by Alejandro Rojas on May the 16th, 2014. Residents in the Heilongjiang province in China reported seeing 3 UFOs darting across the sky, and apparently one of them came crashing down into a man's vegetable garden. According to ChinaNews.com, villagers in Menjiang saw 3 objects falling from the sky this morning. Soon after, they heard a huge piercing sound, and a huge ball of flame came crashing down into the vegetable garden of one of the villagers. What they found in the garden looked straight out of a science fiction movie. It appears to be a large metal ball covered by a layer of jagged material. According to China Radio International, China Central Television News is reporting the object to be about 2.5 feet wide and weighing nearly 90 pounds. The area has been secured and an investigation is underway. Villagers have taken pictures of the object, which remains unidentified. To view the full transcript, go to my website endtimes23.com, where I've posted a link. There's a live link to my website near the end of this video. Have you ever had any dreams regarding the return of Nibiru? Myself, I had a very lifelike dream a while ago of a massive planet coming close to the Earth, and just before it was on target to collide with Earth, it disappeared. In the past few weeks, I have had a message sent to me from a person who had a dream of a massive flooding event to occur this month, June. This next report is from another person who has had dreams of Nibiru and the coming destruction that this massive incoming planet will cause. This report originates from NibiruUpdate.com, titled Dreams of Nibiru and the Coming Destruction and Restoration. A number of years ago, 1999, I had this dream. I saw the sun and several suns or planets appear around it. Then the sun began to get extremely bright, so much I could no longer even look up. When I awoke, I felt compelled to look up a reference in my Bible and found Isaiah 30:25 and was quite shocked since it was very similar to my dream. At the time, I had not yet heard that there was a solar system headed our way that would pass through our own, complete with a massive asteroid belt flowing behind it, promising death and destruction across the world. It also says the moon would shine like the sun. Now, if the sun is 7 times brighter, then you can be sure the moon will also reflect that same difference and will be like the sun. Also, this was not the first dream I had of the sun getting extremely bright. In 2004, I had another dream in which the sun turned extremely bright. All the cars stopped working and all the planes were grounded. Everyone was walking. I am told they are predicting several solar anomalies very shortly that will cause an EMF pulse so strong with massive radiation levels which will return us back to pioneer days. This next report originates from earthware1.com, titled Mass Fish Deaths. Millions have been found dead all over the world in the past month, and this was posted on June the 3rd, 2014. Millions of fish are suddenly dying all over the planet. In fact, there have been dozens of mass fish death events reported in the past month alone. So why is this happening? Why are fish dying in unprecedented numbers all over the world? When more than 6 tons of fish died in Marina del Rey over the weekend, it was headlines all over the United States. But the truth is that what just happened off the South Californian coast is just the tip of the iceberg. In 2014, mass fish die-offs have pretty much become a daily event globally. Individually, each event could perhaps be dismissed as an anomaly, but as you will see, when they are all put together into one list, it truly is rather stunning. So is there a reason why so many fish are dying? Is there something that connects these mass fish death events? Has something about our environment changed? The following are just a few examples of the mass fish deaths reports that have been coming in day after day from all over the globe. Also, this final report on the same subject, which originates from endtimesprophecy.org, titled Worldwide Mass Animal Deaths for 2014. Millions of fish and massive numbers of whales and dolphins are washing ashore dead. Birds are falling dead out of the sky, and millions of poultry are dying from avian flu. The animals of the land, like cattle, are also dying in large numbers from disease. Although animals and fish have been dying all throughout history, we have not seen the massive consistent numbers that we are seeing today. Please remember, this is just one of the many signs of the last days. In many of these events, people from all walks of life are saying that they have never seen anything like this before. Tens of millions of bees dead in South Korea. Tens of millions of bees have died due to heavy snowfall in South Korea, February 2014. Millions of bees dead in Spain. 2,000 hives. 2,000 have been affected in Sierra Calaspera due to pesticides in Spain, February 2014. 4 million bees dead in Brazil. Beekeeper Jose Luis Santos has 130 hives and found all his bees dead. Pesticides are suspected, February 2014. Horsey 4.3, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the fields, and with the fowls of the heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Okay, my friends, you're all invited to join this channel by subscribing to End Times 23, which is a totally free subscription service. You're also invited to add me as a friend on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. If you'd like to drop me a line on my blog, by all means do so. Or if you'd like to join one of my circles on Google+, then all the links are under this video. All this week's news links can be found on my website, endtimes23.com. There's a live link near the end of this video. Well, that's your lot for this week, my friends. I do hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be back with you in a week's time with another edition of Cosmic News. So until then, this is your informer signing off, friends. I'll see you on the flip side. This is Informer News, your voice of the people. Timeline is Sunday, the 22nd of June, 2014. Welcome along, my friends, to another edition of Informer News. Coming up in this week's broadcast, mass extinctions to occur on our planet. This first report originates from FUKUSHIMADiary.com, titled Mushroom Cloud, Western Offshore of Japan, and this was posted by Mochizuki on May the 24th, 2014. In the morning of the 21st of the 5th, 2014, explosive sound and a mushroom cloud were observed in Japanese Western Offshore. The location was the north of Kuchijima Island. The residents felt the ground shaking with an explosive sound to Nibiru. What other evil plans have these evil controllers got in store for us all? Most likely a false flag alien attack using their reverse engineered flying saucer crafts to attack cities around the planet. While all the time our leaders, royal families and power players around the globe are preparing their own survival. Unless the people of this planet wake up, we will all be doomed to the dustbin of history, like many other past civilizations that were erased from Earth as Nibiru caused past. Has Armageddon been triggered at the Fukushima nuclear plant? Plus, dreaming of Nibiru, the terrible dreams many people are experiencing of the return of this harbinger of doom. Also, was Russian Proton M rocket destroyed by a UFO? And was the UFO that crashed into China linked to the destruction of this rocket? Plus, unprecedented solar flare filmed by NASA and the massive kill-off of fish and animal species around this planet. Okay, into this week's news. Many of you are still in denial that Planet X Nibiru is about to cause mass destruction on our planet, with governments around the world creating diversionary tactics, such as the many countries that are in turmoil due to the United States causing instability in these countries. Example, Ukraine, Syria, Libya, Iraq. This is just a build-up to more warlike situations in other countries, as the powers that be try to keep your minds off the real horrific event approaching our planet, the return of the harbinger of doom, Nibiru.